in New York has been the Times and the New York Post report last night. It's really put a hurt on kind of imaging hands of the data and science guy, just the facts, and I'm going to follow those. It makes it out to be more of a political observation.
Well, it does, and of course there's the book, right? The title of the book is American Crisis: Leadership Lessons from the COVID-19 Pandemic. The book that he put out in the midst of the pandemic before we knew any of this. I mean, you know, you sort of laugh there, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty stark.
Yeah, the timing has not been great on that book, I would say. I mean, the rough estimate from the time it came out on October 13th to now, there have been about 9,000, maybe 10,000 deaths in the state of New York. That's a pretty sizable number of fatalities for any crisis, let alone one that's still ongoing here in the state of New York. So I think the book did not land exactly the way, and I think there's some bit of backlash to it.
So you know, there's the book, and then there's, as you point out, during this daily press conference, he was getting a lot of love. Okay? People were like, oh, look at him, he does the daily press conferences and Trump doesn't, and you know, this sparked all kinds of talk about his future. It's probably why he wrote the book. He was talked about as a viable candidate for president or vice president. He said he's running again for election in 2022. Will there be any political fallout for him, big picture, do you think, Jesse?
Well, I think next year is up for re-election. I think he probably will face a primary, and I think that'll be the biggest challenge. You know, New York is a safe Democratic state.